Hey everyone, Evil Twin back again after a bit of an absence. You know how it is, just life is really busy between family, job, and everything else that comes up. That doesn't mean I haven't been doing anything. Well, honestly, I haven't been doing much, but I have been doing a few things here and there. I just haven't been filming it. But today I just wanted to do a video to kind of bring everybody up to speed and say, hey, I'm still around, I'm still here. Some acquisitions, I have a couple of projects I did. Why don't we get started? So I had made my own twisting wrench just using a small Harbor Freight pipe wrench and welding a piece of rebar to it. But the problem is that pipe wrench had teeth on it which would mar the metal when I was twisting it. And the classic twisting wrench, one of them as a blacksmith, is this finding those old square mouth pipe wrenches and welding a nice handle to it and whatnot. So I've always been on the lookout for those, and all of a sudden they just kept popping up everywhere, so I got a bunch of those. I also picked up some really old C-clamps off of Craigslist. I picked up a bunch. These are the largest ones. I have some smaller ones, and they're kind of nice with your standard C-clamp. They're quite nice. I like some of the detail on these old clamps. One of them, this screw was all bent, and I actually used another tool that I acquired on Craigslist to straighten this out, and I'll show you that in a minute. I think one of the reasons why this screw was bent was it was over tightened, and I did get everything lined up pretty well. It's just that it's not perfect, and I think it's because this was torqued down so much that it bent. Not only did it bend this, but it actually pushed the top back. And I would like to perfectly align. I know it's probably not worth it, but I don't know, it's just one of those little things that I want to see if I can fix. So that I'm going to try that with the forge a little later. So here's another tool acquisition. It's a 1-ton arbiter press. I used it to straighten out this screw, and it worked really well. Another Craigslist find. It was missing this plate. I just had to get that off of Amazon. It was like a $10 plate. I thought an arbor press was useful. It was really pretty inexpensive off of Craigslist, and it's not a Harbor Freight. It's actually a Dayton, which is a little bit better quality, I'm guessing. But these are handy in the shop. I was thinking about using it for blacksmithing. It's a cool tool. Had to get it. So I needed to upgrade from my old Harbor Freight combo sander, which served me well over the years, and it's still working fine. Actually, I gave it to my dad. I wanted an upgrade. I saw this on Craigslist, and I got a nice beefy sander that's so far it's working out well. And honestly, who doesn't love old American tools? Happy with this. So that's a lot of tool acquisition. I have a couple more, but I'll save those for another video. But I have been doing a little bit of blacksmithing, not much, but I did use my combo belt sander to make a tool. I visited my friend who has a blacksmith set up at his place, really nice. I had mentioned him before in previous videos. I have a bunch of these E-clips, which are used to hold down railroad tracks to the ties. Apparently this is really good steel. I was at a scrap yard. They had tons of these laying all over the place. So I used the forge heat, really got this super hot, straightened it out, and forged myself a tool. It's a punch. Initially I was thinking a drift, but I think a drift would taper on this end. But these are high carbon steel, so this is just some tough material. And I used my sander to ground a nice point. And it's been a while since I made a tool, since I've taken that Alex Steele's Evolution of Toolmaking class. Really awesome. Love that. If you haven't seen me doing a video of that, go check out one of my older videos of me taking that class. It was really awesome. Anyway, I made a punch. I'm rethinking the the rotor that I'm using in my forge. The problem is that when the coal is in it, I have to put my stock at an angle and not parallel to the fire. So I've been modifying this old rotor. Actually picked up one of those new Harbor Freight Hercules grinders on sale, $40. So far this thing's pretty solid. But I used it to cut through this cast iron, and then I just broke off a piece. I need to cut this down here, so I have more of a way of getting my stock into the fire this way and lower. But that's just something I'm working on. It's a little bit of an experiment. Okay, well, I saved the best for last. I have one final tool acquisition, and I'm kind of excited about this. I've been on the lookout for one of these for a while, and I came across a pretty good deal. It's not fully complete, but it is completely functional, and that is a Champion 400 blower. Oh man, no wonder why blacksmiths are strong. These things weigh a ton. So when I said that it is not complete, to me a complete system would be the clamp that goes here and the legs, the stand and everything. It didn't come with that. I think there's even a hose clamp that's supposed to go here. I don't have that. I just have this blower set up. So I will have to fabricate a stand or a holder for this for me to use. It works really well. You can see, quiet. Good spinning. But I did open these up, and there's a lot of old caked in grease. I looked in here to see if there's oil. There's no oil, but there's like a clump of grease at the bottom. There's really should be oil in here and here. You're not supposed to really use grease in here. I know there's bearings in it. There was nothing wrong with the hair dryer dimmer setup that I had, but this is definitely a lot cooler. I am not going to do a full restoration. I actually kind of started to clean her up a bit. Handle can use some replacement. It's cracked. And I think for a while I'll use this cracked handle until it finally gives out. I think it's been outside for a while. I wire brushed this. This was actually, everything was spinning freely. But when I was trying to get this off so I can get to take a look in here, this was like all rusted completely shut. I couldn't move the lever back or forth this way or even remove this. But I since been able to freed it up. You can see where I kind of wire brushed it. But you can see how pitted it is. So I think this has been outside. The cast iron is actually in really good shape. Everything else in here is good shape. Yeah, so I'm not going to do a full resto on here. Just clean up, make sure that the gears and bearings are properly cleaned and lubed, and just do some rust prevention on there. But yeah, I'm really happy with this, and it works great. You know, I just want to get some of the rust off. Yeah, this is the big one I wanted to show everybody. A Champion 400 blower. So there you have it. A lot of projects, a lot of things going on. Just haven't been able to film everything. And I do have other things that I'm doing. I'm also prepping to do some casting projects. I have a few of those lined up. And I almost hate to mention it because it's stuff that I want to get to, and I'm like really dedicated into. I'm pretty set in wanting to do it. It's just, you know, life, the reality of my life, like puts a big if in everything. So a lot of projects going on, a lot of projects I want to do. Stay tuned. Let's see what I can get done. And you know, once again, you know, I always say if I can do it, you can do it. And in a world full of plastic, it's really cool to start doing stuff in metal, even if it's about breaking and cutting metal. So Evil Twin X saying, Finally, I'm putting out a video. Catch you guys soon. Please like, comment, and subscribe as always. It really does make a difference for us, us makers out there. So thanks again, guys, and catch you soon.